Have you ever wondered how income tax changes could impact the price of your home? Well, buckle up, because if President Trump's latest proposal to cut income taxes becomes reality, it might spark one of the biggest shifts in the housing market that we've seen in the last few years. Whether you're living in Des Moines or thinking about moving to Des Moines, this news could directly affect your buying power, home values, and even your long-term wealth. So stick around, because in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what's being proposed, how it connects to housing prices, and what you can do to stay ahead of the curve. Welcome to the channel. I'm Blake Alewelt, founder of the Bravo Ridge Group here in Des Moines. As a realtor and real estate investor myself, I am always watching the economic landscape and how it shapes real estate. And let me tell you, the connection between income taxes and home prices is more powerful than most people realize. Today, we're diving deep into Trump's proposed income tax cuts and what experts are saying about the ripple effects and how you could prepare if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in 2025 into the future. Let's get into it. So let's start with the proposal itself. In early April 2025, Trump floated a plan to reduce income taxes significantly as a way to offset the potential impact of new tariffs he was proposing on imported goods, including lumber, steel, electric vehicles, and other materials. According to reporting from The Hill, the tax plan is aimed at boosting consumer confidence and increasing disposable income to counterbalance the inflationary effects of tariffs. Trump believes this will fuel economic growth and support working Americans. But there's another layer to this, and that's how people choose to use that extra income. Here's where it connects to housing. Realtor.com explains that when people have more disposable income, whether it's from tax breaks or wage increases, they often redirect that money towards larger purchases, like buying that dream home or upgrading the one they're in. More money in buyers' pockets means increased demand for housing, and as we all know, when demand spikes and supply just doesn't keep up, prices go up. So what's the risk? If Trump's tax cuts go into effect without a matching increase in housing inventory, we could see a surge in home prices that will make it even harder for first-time buyers to get into the market. Remember, most mortgages are based on a percentage of income, or what's called the debt-to-income ratio. When our income goes up, the amount we can borrow goes up, leading us through a snowball effect of wanting to purchase a nicer home or more land and so on. This drives demand. Right now in Des Moines, we've already seen steady appreciation over the past few years, even during a volatile market, and buyer demand hasn't slowed as much as people thought it would. If buyers have more money to spend, but new homes don't get built fast enough, especially with the added cost of tariffs on construction material, it could push values even higher. Let me give you an example. If you're a renter in Des Moines, paying $1,600 a month, and your income taxes go down, you might suddenly have an extra $200 to $300 per month in your pocket. For many families, that opens the door to finally buying a starter home. But if 10,000 people experience the same benefit and they all start house hunting at the same time, sellers can raise prices, and suddenly those affordable homes aren't so affordable anymore. This becomes even more intense when you consider the article in Fortune magazine, which noted that tariffs on building materials could drive up the cost of new construction homes by tens of thousands of dollars per home. Builders pass that cost along to the buyers, pricing many people out of the new home market entirely, and increasing demand for existing homes instead, which further drives up those prices. We're looking at a double squeeze. More buyers entering the market thanks to tax savings, while the cost of building new homes rises due to tariffs. If you're a seller, that sounds like great news. But if you're a buyer or even a renter hoping to become a homeowner soon, you need to understand what's coming. So what can we do about it? First, if you're a buyer, talk to a lender now. Get pre-approved, understand your budget, and start watching how these policies evolve. If Trump's proposal picks up steam, and it might make sense to buy sooner rather than later, the last thing you want is to wait for prices to stabilize, only to see them jump again due to increased demand. Second, if you're a seller, don't assume you can price your home however you want just because buyers' demand might increase. Work with a professional to analyze the comparables in your area, especially here in Des Moines, where neighborhoods can vary significantly in value. A properly priced home is still your best shot at maximizing your return and attracting strong offers. Third, stay informed. This isn't just about politics. It's about your personal finances. The Budget Lab at Yale University recently analyzed the total economic and distributional impact of U.S. tariffs enacted in 2025 and concluded that while tax relief could offset some of the burden, the net impact still leans inflationary per their analysis. That means higher prices for goods and services, including homes, unless builders, suppliers, and logistics companies can absorb the cost increases. And historically, they don't. Also, keep in mind that while income tax cuts can feel like a win in the short term, they can also lead to to reduced funding for local programs, which can influence everything from public school quality to infrastructure. And that too can affect home values depending on where you live. So what does this mean for us? Income tax cuts sound great, and they absolutely can help working families. But when combined with rising material costs and limited housing inventory, they can also light a fire under home prices. That's why it's so important to think a few moves ahead. So if you're thinking about buying, especially here around Des Moines, now is the time to plan. If you're thinking about selling, you might be in a position to take advantage of a wave of increased buyer demand. Either way, timing and strategy are going to be everything in this next phase of the market. If you have questions about how these changes might affect your particular situation, whether you're buying, selling, investing, or just planning for the future, I'm here to help. Please feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. My contact info is down below. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel as we're releasing more videos about what is happening in the world of real estate as all this unfolds. And let me know in the comments, do you think income tax cuts will actually help the housing market, or will they just make affordability worse? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.